The defence of self-defence is found in two statutes. Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act 1967 and Section 76 of the Criminal Justice and Immigration Act of 2008. The first test for self-defence is necessity for action. This means, was the action taken necessary, and was shown in Attorney General Reference 2 of 1983. There are many smaller subheadings for necessity for action, but they don't all need to be used. It just depends on what the particular example is that is given by the examiner. So you've got mistaken belief with R versus Williams, drunken mistake with R versus O'Connor, preemptive strike with Malnick versus DPP, and finally possibility of retreat with R versus Bird. The second and final test of this short defence is, was the force used reasonable? This means that so after having found out that the force was justified, did they use reasonable force? So someone didn't flick them in the head and then they broke their spine. Not exactly reasonable force. This was shown in R versus Scarlett, and excessive force was shown in the case of R versus Clegg. As a note, usually to get, only if you want an A star do you have to mention the little subheadings for mistaken belief and that lot, but most of the time you won't need them, and you can get an A perfectly fine without having to memorise those extra 4 cases. So it's just not worth it unless you have a good memory. So thank you for watching.